Much anticipated, but perhaps just another Herpa disappointment? Well, we definitely have to take a closer look. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 747-8F of Cargolux. At the front of the box we have the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and on the top of the box we have the Cargolux branding with the 50-year anniversary logo included. Then the back side of the box, my god, if that doesn't scream I do not care for this product, then I do not know what does. I mean, Herpa has just given up at this point, clearly. And here she is, the Boeing 747-8F in the Cargolux livery, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the airline. Now, on first glimpse, this looks like it could be a great Herpa model, but there are a few issues that we need to address, and we will do so throughout this review. But we start off with the tail section, where we, on the vertical stabilizer, have the Cargolux branding. At the top of the stabilizer, we then have the flag of Luxembourg. Furthermore, we do also have a little bit of detailing on the horizontal stabilizers, as well as on the fuselage, where we find the aircraft type specification and the full registration code of the aircraft. And then at the very tail of the aircraft, we also have some detailing around the APU exhaust. And then at the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage, we have the writing of Cargolux, wherein the 50-year anniversary logo is integrated. Then we also find the flag of the European Union and the writing of Spirit of Cargolux, you name it. We fly it underneath, which we then also have some advertising for Luxembourg. Underneath the nose, we then again have the Cargolux branding, and of course in real life the nose would be able to be opened. That is not possible on this model, it's simply indicated in the print. We then also have the hatch for the cockpit windows, and the window wipers. And talking about the cockpit windows, that's probably the point that most collectors would have noticed before buying this model and asking the question, what's up with these windows? Because in my opinion, they are a bit too squeezed and a bit too stretched. Although I must admit, the differences are minuscule. We can compare it with the cockpit windows on the 747-8F in the Cargolux standard livery that was released a few years ago. And in my opinion, that looks better, but as I say, the differences are minuscule, but noticeable. But let's move on for now and take a look at the engines, or more specifically the engine nacelles. They don't really burst many printed details, but they do have the General Electric logo and the silver leading edge. The physical detailing, however, is more convincing in my opinion, because that just looks really, really nice. The chevron nozzles have been pulled off to perfection, and also when we look into the engines from the front, we can very nicely see the engine fan blades. And then we can move on to the wings to take a look here at the top side, where we can see we have the flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely, and that's it. No printed details whatsoever. The underside I think looks very nice. Here we then at least have the full registration code of the aircraft. What I'm very happy about is the landing gear. I think Herpa has done a very solid job with that. Here we can see the main landing gear underneath the wings, and Herpa has also done a solid job with the front landing gear. The only thing I would like to note here is simply the fact that we have no printed details, which in my opinion is too stingy from Herpa Wings. And then we also have on the belly of the aircraft the Cargolux branding once more, and of course also some more cargo doors and hatches here in the back of the aircraft, also on the other side on the back, and of course at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 747-8F in the 50th anniversary livery of Cargolux from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? I opened this review with the question, is this yet another Herpa Wings disappointment? And in my honest opinion, the answer to that is, yes it is. The print quality of this model is good, but you will always revert back to the issue with the cockpit windows. And you can spend all day long looking at it, you will always end up with the feeling there's just something not quite right about it. Which is not alright, it's a brand new Herpa Wings release, and this should just not be happening. And yes, the differences are minuscule, but hey, these models are small, so minuscule differences make a huge difference. And then we need to talk about the amount, or rather lack of any details. I mean, come on, Herpa. this model retails at 37 euros. That's a hefty price for a new scale 500 model. If you are selling at premium prices, we should also get premium products, and this is resembling more a snap-fit model. You don't believe me? Well, I mean, obviously this model came with the wings detached, as usual these days with Herpa Wings. And if I'm not getting more details than on a snap-fit model, and my scale 500 model comes with the wings detached, why shouldn't I just buy a 20 euro snap-fit model? Why spend 37 euros on something like this? So would I recommend this aircraft model for one's collection? Well, let me put it like this. I was excited for this release, and after having reviewed it, I'm depressed. So with this rather disappointing conclusion, it's time to end today's video. If you have enjoyed this episode, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.